Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Intro Mike back with another video. My bad, it's been a minute. But if you new, the intro is short for entrepreneur. And basically, I'm here just to give more clarity on the box truck game, specifically over the road. But if you here for Amazon too, this can apply to you too. I'm basically gonna have some videos catered to newer people because when I'm in my live streams, I've noticed 90% of y'all ain't even got on the road yet, and you guys, I got some people wanting me to make a video on factoring, so this is gonna be a newer type video, but I'm gonna kind of just break down what we netted out of our $9,000 week because we kind of showed, the total RPM. We showed all of that. I'm gonna make a video calculating our cost per mile for us, so you guys can kind of know how to calculate yours. Just stay tuned for the video. Peace. What's good? What's good? So I got the full breakdown, y'all. So I probably have to split this up into two different because I got this thing set for 5 minutes, but I mean a little longer than that, dog. So let's go ahead and go into the gross. So yeah, we say 9,000, but it was really 8,800. We really wanted to hit 9,000, but them brokers be tripping. Video on brokers coming soon. But the total miles we did 4,810. Do the math, get an RPM up 1.83. Those are the total miles, including deadhead. And I just want to emphasize that this was a very lucky week. The only reason why it looks as good is because we had one load that was $1,600 for like 470 miles, something like that, like something crazy. That's the only reason why we're probably over $1.70 right now, or $1.75. The hotel expenses, we only stayed 4 nights out of the 8. So yes, it was 8 days total. Still made it over $1,000 a day. It's just we had to drop off that Monday, but we did get there Saturday. So technically we still, we didn't really have to work on Monday. The hotel costs. Oh yeah, I got them right there. $386 for those 4 nights, $96 a night. And I say we got to do better. I mean it. Like, we got to stop going to these fancy hotels. Well, on average, they're pretty expensive. After factoring and dispatching, $1,056. Most of that's coming from dispatching. So, got to do better with that. Simply got to do better. Something has to happen. Like I said, once we learn more about the game, we'll probably be dispatching ourselves. It's just cutting our overhead costs. We can preach it all we want, but if we're not doing it, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. That's all we're doing. Because that can honestly, what we paid on dispatching can pay for the hotels, honestly, every night. So hotel plus the dispatching and factoring, $1,442. And I want to clarify. It's one thing to have 2% factoring, but $1,442 on hotel and dispatching and factoring. Then you got the fuel cost. I can probably drop the screenshots. If you guys don't believe me, I don't know why you guys wouldn't. We spent $792.94 at Pilot and $864.74 at Love's. 1657.68 combined. That's all we used on fuel. And I think that's pretty darn good traveling 4,810 miles. We done figured out that every full tank, which costs about $150 to fuel up completely, we can ride about 450 miles, and that math adds up like 0.33. So hotel plus dispatching and factoring, I think I meant to add and fuel too. So yeah, let me do it. I can't be getting lazy for y'all folk, man. And we got $3,099.68. We're just gonna say 3,100. I will change it at the end. So food right here, you see how I got personal. We don't take that out of the business. Could we take lunch out the business? Probably so. Y'all let me know what y'all doing for that. We may start keeping the receipts for write-off purposes, but I just don't feel like we're big enough for that. Now, if we got a full fleet in the future, that could be a possibility. Once there's more revenue, yeah, but we're still building. Taxes, we always take out 10% of the business and then 15% of our personal. So $880 is what was stored away in the savings for taxes and what we put away for maintenance. And then now the total with the taxes, hotel, dispatching, and factoring and fuel, $3,980. Y'all gotta remember this out your pockets now. This ain't going back in your pockets. Good God. Okay. So the total net after that, a lot of people will probably stop after that, will be $4,819 net. Now we have looked at this week that it's gonna pay for our overhead costs, but what I'm gonna do in the next 5 minutes is kind of explain the overhead cost divided by 4, so you can kind of get know how much. Okay, let's finish it off. And like I said, the food personal tax 880, blah blah blah. I know I got through that. I said this is basically our overhead cost. So I said for fun, let's subtract our overhead divided by 4, basically the 4 weeks. And honestly, it could be a little more, but we're not gonna go into that, like the actual decimal amount. So maintenance, we put up about $1,000 a month, so that's $250 a week. Remember, this is weekly. This is what we made in a week, so we're gonna take this for a week. The truck note, $1,649. That's our truck note. So it's $412. That's $412.25. Truck insurance, $2,049 with Progressive. 2 people, 2 drivers under 25. Hey, that's $512.25. Then you got Samsara. That's our ELD. $42 a month divided by 4, $10.50. You got DAT load board, $40. We finna get rid of that. I divide that by 4, $10 a week. So all of our total weekly overhead, besides all those expenses, $11.95. And y'all can kind of see why we don't take food out. And then you add that with the, basically $4,000, and you get $5,175.68. So the net, let's calculate it. 8,800 gross minus all those others like hotel, dispatch, and factory, everything besides food, fuel, everything. And then all of the weekly overhead prices that never change, basically, you get 5,100. Oh, wait. 8,800 minus the $5,175.68. You get $3,624.32 net. That was in 1 week. Now that's still more money than if we would have split that, it would be great, but that's just not what we do. We like taking care of the overhead first and then go back out and make more money. The problem with running into, because we did stay out a week before this and we had more money in this sitting in the account. The problem is that, coming out 2.5, 3 weeks and then coming back for a week kind of like negates the point of that. So I think having something like this where we take out weekly would keep us more motivated to stay moving. But like that's where personal things come in, wanting to see our families and stuff. So, and we're still young and we're still grinding, but looking at the numbers is not the best. Thinking you made $8,800. After all that, when you think about all the overhead that's going to be taken out, you ain't even got half of that. So I took the $3,624.32 and I divided it by 8, the gross $8,800. And I basically got 41%. I could take out the percentage because that would be less than 1%. 41% of the gross is what we taking home. And that's in a great week. So you guys can kind of see why I'm so big on like, what is your overhead for your business? Because, if you renting these numbers are going to look totally different you may take home like 30 to 35% of the gross. And it all depends on who you are, what deal you got, what state you live in. So it's not me knocking it. You guys see our overhead is ridiculous, you know. But for the people who don't have the truck note, the people who got lower insurance, we're paying over $24,000 a year. If you're paying $11,000 a year, the game changes, you know, and you're paying only 800 for a truck note. The game changes. I get it, y'all. Everybody ain't the same, but you know, I just wanted to bring this type of content so we could be, you know, more transparent. We just have not had time to come on RKM. We are gonna go over our personal overheads, like not overhead. Like I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'm paying a month and stuff, but we're gonna go over what we pay ourselves personally. And if you guys can see the numbers, you probably won't be as surprised about like what we're making, if that makes sense, because it's two of us. So, you know, a regular person, you have a crazy week by yourself, you know, riding 11 hours a day, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. You can get plenty of rest. It's a lot of miles to do by yourself, you know, but you gotta look at it like it's 1 week. Nah, am I saying you'll make that every week? Not really. But that's it for this video. Like I said, that was a leprechaun lucky week. It won't happen for everybody. I say you should try to say you'll make, you know, anywhere from 45 over the road. Now this means speaking for over the road. I think a slow week is 4,500. A good week is 6,000. Like I'll say a good week is 5 to 5,500, and a great week is anything over 6,000. We just got lucky. Everything played well. You know, from the first load we picked up basically that Saturday, and it's hard to get weekend loads. You know what I'm saying? And then we had 1,600, 1,400 this, and then on that Wednesday or Thursday, $3,600 load we dropping on Monday. It was just perfect. I would hate to say it like that, but as far as like the loads based on, it was perfect. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment intro. This is really just the intro game. All of us who getting into this business are entrepreneurs, believe it or not. So thanks for watching the video. And man, if you made it this far, I'm gonna let you know the deal on dispatching still is there. So the deal is it's $200 for 3% dispatching. You don't get the first month free anymore. That was for the first 10 people. They got the first 10 people, but I really hop on if you still want 3% dispatching. Thanks for watching. Peace.